I think he was cuck broken. And now what do I mean by that? Cuck broken is essentially where a guy who is punching above his weight in some way, right, accepts behavior sexually from his woman with other people that he wouldn't otherwise accept, okay, in order to sustain or maintain whatever relationship they've got, right? That is what being cuck broken means. Okay, guys, this is it. This is like when they release a new movie in a series that you really like. That's what it feels like right now. I hope it's not, you know, a disappointment. Okay. We need to get all the memes and content in, okay? So just to tee this up a bit, okay? So I actually went a bit deeper into the Gross Gore memes. So flashback to last year. Gross Gore releases a video talking about the fact that his girlfriend has just set up an OnlyFans. And he seems somewhat dejected and disappointed by the actual hard reality of what having a girlfriend on OnlyFans is like, and complains about things like the fact that she's messaging other guys sexy things, but appreciates that it's part of her job, okay? Fast forward towards the end of 2022, or the beginning of January, I think it was actually, wasn't it? Yeah, it was New Year's, it was after New Year's. Gross Gore releases another video where, well, we probably got it here, haven't we? Called I Had the Best Cuckold Experience. In this video, he proceeds to relay a story in which he, after the New Year's party, brought some people back to his house, and then one of his friends slept in his bed and fucked his wife whilst he watched. Now, is that a problem in and of itself? Horses for courses, okay? If that's what you're into, that's what you're into, right? He's kind of like seemingly happy with the situation and stuff like that. Allegedly, he acts like it's no big deal. But in the course of the video, he comes across as like incredibly insecure.
Second of all, I want to let you guys know that I'm not insecure as hell. I'm insecure about my looks, sure. Like I had a nose job, I had my teeth done. But when it comes to my relationship, I'm not insecure at all. So I want to emphasize that a lot.
And he keeps making these comments about how people that are like, you know, uncertain or unsure about this particular lifestyle are just virgins who don't know what they're talking about.
I don't think there is another man on this planet that can't compete with me when it comes to being insecure. Like, I am so not insecure about my girlfriend. Now, 99.9% of men watching this, you're extremely insecure. You hate the fact of another man looking at your girlfriend. You dread the fact of another man kissing your girlfriend, which to me is hilarious because I let loads of men snog my girlfriends if they want to.
So I don't mind so much if someone's a cuck. Honestly, that's up to you. But the fact he was like so insecure about it, you know, to the point where he was like attacking people that were even just questioning or querying like what was going on was kind of a demonstration of insecurity to me. Now, I watched that first and then I watched the previous video after. But obviously, when you find out that he'd had all these weird like concerns about OnlyFans, only to then become a full-blown cuckold months later, I've got to be honest with you, okay? I think he was cuck broken. And now what do I mean by that? Cuck broken is essentially where a guy who is punching above his weight in some way, right, accepts behavior sexually from his woman with other people that he wouldn't otherwise accept, okay, in order to sustain or maintain whatever relationship they've got, right? That is what being cuck broken means. And I think that it's a, you know, that's what's going on with the relationship. Now, they've since now released this, which is a conversation between the two of them. So let's see what's said. Here we go. Let's go.
How you doing, Ali?
Yeah, good, very good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing really well.
Are you feeling a bit nervous?
I am, yes.
Can you just introduce yourselves to the audience?
I'm Ali Larsen, also known as Gross Gore.
Safi, also known as Safsquatch.
Okay, so this is the girlfriend. Now, look, I don't normally like to comment on people's appearances, okay? That isn't the thing I like to do, so I don't want you to start doing the Kuma shit in chat. But what I will say is this, right? I think that it's fair to say, because I had some resistance on this point before. Like, she is like a reasonable looking woman. Right? I don't want to, you know, I feel like I was gassed on this. She looks like a decent looking woman. So this further backs up my point. You want to be a cup of tea, but I think you can understand, like, this is someone who is, like, broadly speaking, like a conventionally kind of attractive person, right? And I think that this adds to my idea of why he's cuck-broken, because he is punching above his weight. He's punching above his weight. And I think this feeds into why he continues to persist with this relationship, because, you know, he's onto a good thing. It comes with a couple of strings, but he's happy to accept those strings because of the benefits he gets. That's my perspective on it, okay?
I'm 30 years old.
I'm 25
And I'm a YouTuber / was a streamer.
and I do OnlyFans.
Ali, just tell me, how much do you love Safi?
Oh, I love him so much. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love him.
Okay. Well.
With all my heart. There you go. How's that answer?
Are you happy in your relationship with Ali?
Yes, very much so.
Yes, very extremely. Best relationship I've ever been in my life. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing.
I mean, I'm sure it's easy to be happy in a relationship where you can just fuck other people if you want to. And he tends to like it. I don't know.
Who makes the most money?
Me.
Safi, with ease. It's not a question. Safi, easily. Easy. 10 times Safi, easily.
So a lot of people want to know, is Ali, like, is he really a cook?
Okay, if a cuck is someone who sits in a closet watching his missus getting while I'm sitting there f***ing away, then no, I'm not a cuck. And people need to know this. I'm not.
Well, it honestly depends what you mean by cuck, because I think people have the definition of cuck being someone who sits in the corner of the room on a chair and just watches their partner getting, you know, on a bed or whatever. But with Ali, he's more like, I would say, like a direct...
I love that. I do know what it is funny when someone gets accused of being a cuck. If your response is, well, it depends what you mean by cuck. Yeah, you're a fucking cuck, bro. I've got to say, you're a fucking cuck if that's your initial response. If someone asked me, are you a cuck, Chud? I'd be like, no, I'm not a cuck. That would be my response. It wouldn't be, well, it depends what you mean. What do you mean by the definition of cuck? Is it this? No, I'm not exactly a cuck then, no. Like, the way he's described it, you know, not only does he talk about how he has this kind of, like, sexual interaction that somewhat involves him but doesn't fully involve him. Another guy is, like, fucking his partner. And then on top of that, afterwards, he talks about, and I quote, somewhat, I'm probably paraphrasing, fucking the other guy's cum into her. Like, if you are getting any sort of sexual pleasure from the idea of fucking another man's cum into a woman that you're dating, you are a fucking cuck. There's no two ways about it. You're a cuck. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just own it. I don't know how you can possibly think you can, you know, act like you're not a cuck if that is something that you enjoy doing. That is literal cuck behavior if ever I saw it.
Director, he actually is involved the entire time.
I just have with my missus,
including when he's fucking the other guy's cum inside you.
And all other people can join in.
If anything, he's trying to get his friends to join in because obviously they're nervous. They're like, you know, am I allowed to, you know, touch your missus? Can I do that? And he's like, yeah, sure, touch her here, there. So it's like more of a director.
And that's it, you know.
He's a devised this cope. He's not a cuck, but he's instructing other men how to touch me. You're just a cuck, it's fine. Why is he trying so hard to hide from it? He's more of a director than a cuck. What is that? Oh my god. He's like the conductor of a train. The train that's being around on my fucking pussy.
Oh, it's not. People really need to learn that they've got me wrong.
I actually think that might be the term for it rather than cuck.
Okay, Gross Gore is obviously like leaning into the lolcow shit here, but like his video was called "I Had the Best Cuckold Experience," and it's not just the title. In the video, he goes on to describe a number of experiences which are pretty adequately explained as the behavior of cuckoldry. So I don't really understand why he's acting like... People need to understand this. Well, first of all, don't call your video about being cuckolded and don't tell a bunch of stories about you being a cuck. Then maybe people wouldn't think you're a fucking cuckold. I don't know, just an idea. Just a little idea for you.
But
if that's what a cuck is, then sure, I'm a cuck. Sure, if that's what a cuck is, then yeah, I guess I'm a cuck, I guess. Yeah.
If you want to call him a cuck, then sure.
Whose
Okay.
idea was
Maybe I'll
it
pause
to
down in a
invite
minute
other
then.
people into the bedroom, and like, how did that happen in the first instance?
Mine.
Ali's, first of all, I could live happily just being me and him, you know, together.
Because I'm not insecure. You've got to be really secure to do this. I'm not. I'm like the most non-insecure person. Yes, I've had a nose job. Yes, I've had my teeth done. Yes, I need to lose weight. But I'm just not, I'm not insecure to a point where, like, no one's taking my missus. No.
Okay. This is the biggest fucking copium so far in this video. He is 100% insecure. Forget about the nose job shit, which obviously is stupid because that would indicate there is some level of insecurity there. Put that to one side. Go and watch his actual video about this. It absolutely fucking reeks of insecurity. And he spends a good portion of the video attacking people, right? Attacking other people who find his way of life weird. Like, it's absolutely dripping in insecurity.
One in the world. I just know they're not. So,
But it was his idea. I believe because in the past he's done it before, and since then he hadn't done it, and he remembers how good it was then and wanted to try it with me. And yeah, so it kind of grew from there. At first I was like, you know what, honestly, like try everything once. And also the people that we did it the first time with weren't so bad. So
it was my idea. No regrets. Absolutely love it.
if the first experience was bad, I'd probably be like, we're never doing this again. But the first time we did it was, you know, all right. And obviously over time, things have gotten better. And we now know what we like with each other in when we do things like that. So, yeah.
What made you want to bring other people into the bedroom?
It's just fun. It's just great fun. It's just a massive turn. It's just a pleasure. It's just that simple. There's not much else to it. It's just so much fun. And oh, sharing. This is going to sound crazy, but sharing my missus, because it's just amazing, the and everything, and you and whatever else, sharing that with my friends or people that I meet, I want them experience what I'm experiencing, and it changes their lives. It really does. They get really, it's just the best feeling. And I want to share that with other people, and then that's it gets me aroused knowing that they're having fun, and I'm getting that every day, and they're getting it maybe once every few months or whatever if they're lucky enough, you know. So that is what it is. It's a big turn on.
Do you enjoy Ali's fetish?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I do. It's more.
I think that, you know, maybe there's some truth to this sharing thing. I want to present as evidence the following. I need help. This is way too big for me to solo. What is it with the gaming terms as well, man? What the fuck? Who wants to duo this big bunda boss with me? I share my loot. It's the gaming terms as well. He's like the fucking Dr. K of cuckoldry, using the gaming terms to describe this. It's so ridiculous. You know, part of me, it does think, I saw a couple of people say this in chat, like, is he playing some sort of character? I don't know, it seems so surreal to me. It seems so surreal to me that, like, this is a genuine thing. Who would tweet this out? Yeah, but I actually, round my parts, bunda isn't really a thing. Maybe it's some sort of racial thing that I don't really, you know, I don't really bother with that shit. But bunda means ass, booty, you know, cake, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think this is genuine. I think it's real. I think he genuinely is just like this, and he's just a cringe, lol cow kind of guy, but doesn't seem to realize it.
More for him, really. Like, I enjoy making him happy. As things have gone on and time has gone on, the more that we do it with other people are being involved, it's kind of grown on me a little bit. You know, I do enjoy seeing him happy, and it makes me really happy. If anything, it turns me on seeing that he's turned on, and vice versa. So yeah, no, I do enjoy his fetish.
So it's a good bit of fun for both of you.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you go about meeting other people? Or how do you eventually get people?
Like, I feel like this is like, obviously it's just their friend probably giving them an interview question thing. But we're not really taking into account the prior evidence of him on video saying he was uncomfortable with the OnlyFans stuff. You know? Like, what's that about? Why was it? Was that literally just some marketing shit then for OnlyFans, or did he have any genuine expression in that of feeling some sense of discomfort that she was messaging other guys? Because now they're trying to act like, well, he's had this fetish before and we've just done it again. Like, it's a bit incoherent in terms of the timeline of events and what's happened with this.
Brought into the Cuck lifestyle and what you guys like to enjoy in the bedroom.
When we go to bars, we just attract people. We do. Men, women, they love us. They just do. Mainly that way.
We originally done it with his friends, so people we see often, that come over often, that are genuinely good people.
Close friends of mine that are real close to me, they're invited in.
Like, we're pretty good together, like sussing out whether people are a bit odd or probably in it for the wrong reasons, then we kind of rule those people out.
She does OnlyFans, and we've met a couple of guys on there, really nice. They're not weird.
Use some of my subs to join in, which has been very interesting. We've also met people on nights out as well, and we've gotten to know them.
So OnlyFans, nights out, and my friends, fans even.
We do kind of want...
Wait, hang on a sec. Listen, I'm not like a TOS Andy or anything, okay? But like, as in, I don't want people to report anyone. But I'm pretty sure that using OnlyFans to solicit sex is... Oh, man. What? It's okay, I've got to be honest with you. The rules are very fucking inconsistent and incoherent, right? Because... You know, you're not supposed to do like some sort of prostitution or whatever in the UK. But if it's for sex work, then it's okay, I guess. I don't really fucking understand what the rules are, to be honest. But like, if you're just using it to solicit sex from people on a prostitution basis, like, but then if it's not, money isn't changing hands. Can you get someone from OnlyFans to come and fuck you, and that's okay as long as you don't, like, money doesn't change hands? I don't even know what the fucking rules are. I'm sure the point I'm trying to make anyway is, even though I think there's probably some sort of issue with the terms of service, I'd presume that you can do it in a way that doesn't actually breach it, right? Money can change hands. Can it? I thought you couldn't pay someone for sex in the UK. Obviously, I wouldn't know because I'm not a fucking degenerate. Oh, I saw that. That was so funny. There was some OnlyFans woman that was trying to get into the US. I guess on like one of those visas that you do if you're like some sort of media personality or whatever, I presume. And they responded and said, we're not going to give you a visa because you're a prostitute. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Don't they want to be sex workers? What's the problem? I thought you wanted to be considered sex workers. The US government is treating you how you want to be treated. You're a sex worker. So there we go. Oh.
Wine and dine you first. Like, we want to get to know you first. Like, we might even invite you to our house. We don't just go, oh, today we're just going to go with this guy that we've never met before, or we don't know if he's got any, STIs or STDs or anything like that. We don't do that. We just make sure that we get to know them first and suss them out and see if they're actually, good people.
How do you and Safi go about keeping yourselves clean in the bedroom department?
So me and Ali, we're totally clean. But when we invite people in, like, we have gotten people to send us pictures of their tests that they do. It's really easy to go in and walk in and get your own STI checkup.
Well, that's Mr. Girl out of the question straight away. Mr. Girl is not interested. If he was at all interested in the first place. I mean, that's pretty reasonable, I guess. I wonder if they talk about it now. But obviously, they like to go bareback. Let's put it that way. I know that from the last video.
We make sure that everyone's clean. We can always get a good sense of people. I'm very vocal. I make sure they've not got any STIs because I ask them. Sometimes if someone's with too many women, it's a no-go from me. It's an instant off.
We've also known that some people...
I mean, obviously, she said that, but then he seems to be saying, I'm very talkative. It's almost like you can just ascertain by talking to someone if they're riddled or not, He's like, oh, AIDS, no thank you. Oh, fucking gonorrhea, over there, thank you. Oh, clean. Come on, you can fucking blow your beans and my missus, no problem. How the fuck, the only way you can tell is if someone gets tested. There's absolutely no way that you can just figure it out just by talking to someone, because, men are liars.
Have not slept with anyone before, or they've only slept with one person, or they've been in long-term relationships before meeting us, so we know for sure they're clean. But when we do feel like there are some people that are either stuck with too many women or they've just come out from a night out and were bragging about someone else. We're like, okay, well, nothing's going to happen today.
Most people that we meet, they are a bit nerdy, and nerdy guys don't get often. So I feel comfortable with bringing them in because they're inexperienced and they're probably a virgin of one woman, right? And that's the truth.
Get yourself checked out. It literally takes.
Nerdy guys are best because they're inexperienced. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck is that take, man? Oh, man. I'm being insulted by a cuck. I hate life.
Less than a week sometimes to get your results, and then they'll send it to Ali and we'll go from there.
If the person I've got a feeling that they've stepped around a bit too much, I'll always ask for a full STI checkup, chlamydia, gonorrhea, crabs.
Wait, so they're not on the same page then? Because she seems to be saying that, like, there's always a full checkup. That seems to be the implication for me. But he's saying he does this kind of like AIDS radar where he tries to figure out if they've got STIs. He does some sort of, analysis of them. And then if he thinks they slept with too many women, at that point he gets them to get an STI check. So, I don't know. It seems like this is a bit inconsistent, though.
It does come down to me. It's at the end of the day, it's my final decision whether we with somebody or not. I think there's a misconception that I sleep with all of Ali's friends, which is not true at all. If anything, it's less of his friends and more of other people kind of thing. If they're willing to go and get an STI checkup, then we know, great, this person's of sound mind, they're willing to do it and they're actually keen and interested, which is a turn on for me as well.
The last thing I bloody want is a crab infestation.
Do you use any sort of contraceptive?
I also think that, like, if you're going to do this, I just think introducing sex to, like, friendship groups and stuff like that is just a bad idea generally. Sex has, like, an impact on us, right? It's got some sort of thing that happens to us. I just think it would be really weird. Imagine if, like, you brought your friend round to fuck your missus and the next week you're going out for drinks with them. Nah, too weird for me. I mean, the whole of it is weird for me, but that in particular is like, oh, God, could you imagine?
Protection, anything like that when it comes to having sex with other people?
Yeah, so I'm on the pill, yeah. But most of the time, all the guys are just, how would you say?
Raw, every time. Me.
Oh, my God. I knew it might be coming. Oh, that is so risky. God, Gross Gore's going to end up with a little mulatto baby. Oh, wait, sorry. A mixed race baby. I nearly said another racist term. A mixed race baby. He's going to end up with a little fucking mixed race baby. And, he's going to be like, wait, what's this? And it's like, well, I was on the pill, but it didn't work. He's going to be like that guy on Jeremy Kyle, where there's like a white woman and a white man in the studio. And it's like, we're here to find out if I'm the father of the baby. And Jeremy Carr's like, right, let's have a little look at the kid. Cuts across to the camera, like in the back studio. And the kid's black. Like, it's obvious that the kid's black. And even Jeremy Kyle goes like, sorry, but that kid's black. And then he gets the results anyway and goes, well, yeah, I think you probably knew this, but you're not the father. It's like, yeah, obviously. How the fuck? What sort of fucking moron would you have to be to look at a black kid and you're both white and think, oh, yeah, I could be the father? That's going to be Gross Gore in a little while.
And the other fucking bloke or the other bloke every time. Because, mate, I'm going to be honest with you. Condoms suck. That's just my opinion. They suck. Okay? So, yeah, no, raw every time. Yeah.
I mean, sure, that's fine for you and your own sexual health and whatever. But, like, I don't know, man. That's super risky. To, like, let another person fuck your missus without a condom on. I just think that's super fucking risky for, like, a number of different reasons. It's like irresponsible. Is race mixing okay? Yeah, sure. I think that, like, a Polish person and an English person, I think like a Scottish person and a Welsh person, a French person and a German person, sure, no problems.
What's like the craziest things that you and Safi have experienced together? Maybe possibly awkward situation you've been in when it comes down to doing this stuff.
Just like a random crazy story. Okay, let me think. Okay, I got one. I had a friend who came round. We all got a bit drunk. I asked him beforehand, "Hey, do you want to have a go on Safi with me?" He obviously was like, "Sure, yeah, I'll do all this, I'll do that."
Ali and I love foreplay, you know, as well when we have.
Wait, what was that?
I'll do all this, I'll do that.
Ali and I love foreplay, you know, as
Full what? Oh, foreplay. Oh, okay. Got it. Right, sorry. I don't understand.
well when we have people come over and, you know, the wine and dine is kind of like foreplay. But one of the biggest things that we've done, which is really, really fun, is that I was dressed up in a bunny costume.
We all got drunk, and then he's outside on the phone to someone. I pulled Safi out, and it turns out he's got a girlfriend. And he told us he was single.
We were in the kitchen, and it was a four, so it was like three other guys. I was blindfolded, so I had to guess who was figuring me, who was touching me, and whose cock I had in my mouth.
So he's on.
Me, that's a bit much, isn't it? I've got to figure out what a party game. What a little fucking Jesus. Nice little party game going on. Interesting. Fuck, that is a bit too rich for my blood, I tell you. Jesus Christ.
On the phone saying, "Oh, I love you, I miss you." So I take the phone out of his hand, and I can hear the girl going, "Oh, can you look after my boyfriend? Make sure he's safe." I said, yeah, I will do. While I'm on the phone, I legit make Safi rub his cock. I pass the phone back. She's rubbing his cock, and it was just brilliant because he's, I love you too, I love you too.
So it was hilarious because every time that went...
Okay, I am definitely becoming a conservative, okay? Because this kind of shit is fucked for me, right? I think that the privacy of your own bed... I mean, obviously it's great content for me, so I'm enjoying covering it. But the privacy of your own bedroom thing turned out to be a total fucking bullshit, didn't it? It turned out to be total bullshit. It used to be, the conception of it was, whatever you do in the privacy of your own bedroom is up to you, okay? That's your decision. As long as you keep it private, whatever, no problem at all. But the sexualization of our society has been this constant push to like go against the principle of that and make it so that like it's like not just in the privacy of your own bedroom, you know? It starts to get normalized. I mean, obviously we're all watching this and we've got a certain perspective on it, but I can 100% assure you that there are progressives that would like be horrified at the idea of taking issue with this, and they would like be fully in support of like pushing for further sexualization and the open expression of these sort of sentiments on public platforms with like no regard for the effect it has on society, you know? Chud, please interview Mark Collette. When I say that, are you saying for me to debate, you know, to interview, not even debate, interview like hardline fucking Hitler supporting white nationalists? Like that's kind of wild, no? Like, I feel like I can just state something about the problems I have with the sexualization of society without the literal white nationalists in my chat going, "You'd have a lot in common with this guy who loves Hitler." Like, wait, hang on a minute. I'm not going down that route with it. Fuck me.
When I had to guess like who it was or which one I liked the most, it was actually Ali's. So like every time he touched me or did anything to me, I didn't know it was him because it was in the dark in the kitchen. Again, I was blindfolded. But when they asked, okay, so who did you like, 1, 2, or 3? And I'm like, 1. And I found out it's Ali, and it's brilliant. Like, he knows me better than anybody else. So
It's the most funniest thing.
That's so romantic. I tell you what, right? I tell you what, someone should tell that story on their wedding day. I think that would be a great wedding day story. Imagine all the families around, right? Anyway, there was this one time where I was blindfolded in the kitchen and 3 guys were having a go on me, and I actually figured out that the guy that was fingering me the best was Ali because I love him. Great. I'm sure the grandparents would be fucking loving that story.
like, you know, because it's just, I just thought that was really funny. I know some people might think, oh, I'm encouraging cheating, but life's too short. It's a bit of fun, and he was totally down for it anyway. I didn't even know he was in a relationship, but that's like mediocre. That's a quick story that came to my mind. There you go.
Initially, it was just, yeah, close friends. We were just drinking that night, and Ali was like, go put your bunny costume on. And I was like, all right, Ali, all right. And I went upstairs, put my costume on, come downstairs, and Ali goes, we'll play some games. I was like, oh, okay, we'll play some games. So yeah.
What is it that turns you on, and what do you
So, yeah.
enjoy from? What's your favourite thing?
Seeing Safi get absolutely blind while I'm getting sucked on, mate. Just seeing her eyes go like that.
Oh my god. That is fucking a bit much, isn't it?
Seeing Safi get absolutely blind while I'm getting sucked on, mate. Just seeing her eyes go like that.
Fuck me.
What's on the most is that I don't like looking at the guys that are not Ali on, you know, on me. So I love looking at him or like grabbing his hand and then, you know, looking at him in the eyes and being like, you know, do you like this? Do you like, you know, do you like what they're doing to me kind of thing? It turns him on, it turns me on.
Sorry, I know it looks stupid, but seeing Safi getting absolutely destroyed is the biggest on.
And the guy,
like, look, someone just said in chat. So Chud hates hearing this but can't stop listening. Have you ever driven past a car crash before? Car crash, you know? People are dead. Blood everywhere. Bodies everywhere. You're like, oh, what's going on over there? You can't stop looking. It's horrendous, but you can't stop fucking looking. That's what this is with Gross Gore. Gross Gore is my own personal car crash, okay? Yeah, someone said in chat, James said, Gross Gore has a daughter. Yeah, Gross Gore's got a kid, yeah. I thought that was like not... I spent far too much time looking at this fucking guy's Twitter. But yeah, he's got a kid. He's not... Apparently, he's, for some reason, I don't know the story, but like, he's not allowed to see her. It actually, like... I actually feel quite sad about that. It sounds ridiculous, but like, the idea that a dad can't see their daughter is kind of fucked to me. I don't know the reasoning behind it. There could be like a legitimate reason, but like, I've not looked into it to that level. But I just, yeah. I'm just, let's just say, I'm not sure how well, if you're trying to get custody of your daughter, I'm not sure if having videos of you explicitly describing, liking watching your missus get fucked by the guy is going to help your case. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure what the law is, but probably not the best idea. I do know that apparently, like, he's had loads of financial difficulties and problems, and that's kind of affected it too, you know. But yeah, it's tough out there for the weekend dads. But I'm not sure if the solution to that is this kind of like wanton degeneracy. I'm not gonna lie.
I just think that I'm getting, you know, more on because of them. No way. It's because I'm holding Ali's hand and Ali is like caressing me, and you know, it's
Yeah. Where she's
That just sounds like absolute cope. Like, you can act like it's that dynamic that's turning you on, but the physical act that is occurring that leads to stimulation is from another man. You know, you can act like it's the fact that Gross Gore's there and he's looking at you and stroking you or some shit, but no, it's another guy plowing you. That is, you know, giving you some sensation or pleasure. Fuck me, man, this is insane.
Well, she can't walk the next day. Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
yeah.
Where she can't walk the next day. Yeah.
So just to lead on.
I just the idea that you're gonna devise. This is what broke obviously, Sneako's brain as well, is all this weird cuckold shit. I don't know, man. I just I'm not on board with this at all. And whilst it's fine to like do this in the privacy of your bedroom or whatever, the expression of it should be illegal.
Gone from that, have you had any like awkward moments or anything where you felt a little bit uncomfortable, maybe you off?
One time we was having a fall, me, two of these blokes, and obviously Safi, and it went on for a few hours.
When we were in America 2 years ago, we met this lovely couple. I don't think they were dating, and I made drinks for everybody. So my drinks are quite strong, so I know exactly how much I was giving them. And me and Ali, we can handle our drink pretty well, but these Americans, they couldn't handle their liquor very well. So after a while, the girl tried to move on to Ali, and I obviously saw a bit of red. I was like, don't touch my Ali.
And I kid you not, this might make you laugh, but there's the third guy. I'm rocking like a bull, and there's this guy that's getting.
He's not a bull.
Of my missus for 2 hours. You couldn't give him a bloody. I'm not joking.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go after your boyfriend then. She actually kissed Ali. And then I was like, you know what? Let's not get mad at this. Let's take revenge. And turned out I made out with her boyfriend. And then suddenly he's dragging Ali downstairs saying, Ali, you know, we got to go do this. We got to take on these two girls. And the girl suddenly just starts dragging me, and she's giggling and being like, oh no, everything's good, everything's fine. Drags us to the basement because in America, their basements can be bedrooms and whatnot. Our bedroom was downstairs in the basement. She dragged me down there, and suddenly I'm just, their clothes are, both of them, completely off. They're taking off my
And the worst thing is, it's not very, like, see the watch.
Okay, I've got to just point out some technical shit here, right? The editing here, they've tried to do it like at the end of a Star Wars movie where you've got 3 different battles happening and they're cutting between the different battles to show you what's going on. But obviously you've got like a coherent editing that makes it make sense. With this, we've got 2 different stories interjected of some weird cuckoldry shit, but they're kind of intertwined in ways that don't really make sense. And because there isn't visual cues, it's quite difficult to track. Exactly. It's easy to be confused because there's 2 separate stories. That it's not clear they're 2 separate stories, but they are. He's talking about a time when his missus was trying to suck someone off and couldn't get it up. She's talking about some other time when a woman tried to crack onto him and something happened and then she ended up hooking up with her or something. I don't fucking know.
I'm on the back end doing and this guy can't get, like, he's just flaccid as anything.
Ali's like, be right back a minute. I think he went to go get a drink or something. I'm like, Ali, you just left me in the room. This is our first experience, by the way. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm left in this room. Suddenly, you know, it's pitch black. I'm like, I can't see anything. Somebody starts on me and I realized it's the girl. I was like, okay. And again, I've never had an experience like that before. I've kissed girls, but I've never had another naked woman touching me or on me.
Okay, these fucking... I know, I'm pretty sure I know what's going on here, okay? The cuckold video probably wasn't able to be monetized because of how explicit it was. It was super explicit. I think that Ali knows he's probably going to get views on this because of the attention that his previous video got. And I think they have just hardcore edited it to excess so that it will definitely get monetized. The thing is, I don't even know if that will work because of how explicit some of these stories are, even with the censorship. But it just makes the video like somewhat unwatchable at points because you're like, well, what? I don't even understand what they're saying. The point of censoring a word is you still need to be able to understand what they said because otherwise it doesn't fucking make sense, does it?
Because she drank a lot, right? Ali was upstairs. He'd just come back. And suddenly she puts her hand over her mouth. Now she just stops out of nowhere, completely stops. And she gets up and runs out.
And what really put us off, me and this other guy, was just seeing this girl. She's really giving him, but her jaw is, I remember after 2 hours of her doing, and she's amazing at all. What's happening? Her jaw was getting so sore because it's just constant smacking. It's his, but.
And so me, Ali, and this guy, you know, was like, what's happened? Did we upset her or something? Ali goes, you probably should go check on her, to the guy. And she runs upstairs and the guy goes after her. And Ali goes, oh my God, she's thrown up everywhere. So I freak out. Turns out she'd thrown up a little bit into my suitcase. And they had a shower together, cleaned up, and they came back downstairs. Like, the audacity of it all. They come back downstairs like, should we continue? And I was like, absolutely not.
And, you know, and afterwards, after 2 hours, I kid you not, she was like...
No, okay. There's 2 separate stories happening here. What she's saying and what he's saying are separate stories. He's talking about a foursome. The guy couldn't get it up. And she persisted to try and give him an erection, but it didn't work. The other person, the woman, is talking about a time where there was some weird love triangle or square or some shit happening. They went to like some basement. They started to initiate some sort of sexual encounter, but then she was sick, went off and was sick, came back and tried to continue. So that's what's going on.
Guys, I'm getting really tired. I'm really tired now, which means pack it up because it's over. So that was a pretty embarrassing story and that was a crappy experience, that right there.
Me and I don't like, you know, any dirt. We don't like dirty people. Like, I know the sick was from her being drunk. I shriveled up like a prune. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Is there any other regrets that you have? Anything that you might have missed or anything else that you can think of right now?
My missus is beautiful and she's the best in the world and great at when she's got a phenomenal body, just best in every department. So some men catch feelings and it can be really annoying. Obviously, they have a great time with her and these are guys we're talking about. They have feelings.
I mean, what a shocker. Yes. When you have sex with someone, there is some sort of like, what's the right word for it? It's like something in your brain. Like, is it neurochemical shit or something? I don't really know enough about it. But I'm like 90% sure there's some sort of thing that happens that leads to that attraction. So obviously, yeah, if you engage in this behavior, people are going to catch feelings. Like you know, this is why I think this kind of weird sex shit of like fucking everyone, anywhere, whenever, doesn't matter, is weird because it does, lead to these feelings. And I think that the rejection of those feelings and pushing those feelings down is the wrong thing, but we sort of push that as the right thing to do because we want to move more towards a society where this kind of like endless sex and sexualization is considered the norm. Whereas I think, that isn't just a societal thing. I think there's something in our brains that leads to that. What was it, pair bonding or some shit? I don't fucking know the terminology, but do you know what I mean? I think that we make efforts to push that down, and we shouldn't. We should be embracing the fact that, we have sexual relationships and it builds bonds. But then the problem is you need to find and seek people that you want to bond with, but we don't. We just have sex with whoever the fuck we want, whenever we want, which I just think is probably like in excess an issue. Like in moderation, it's fine. I don't think it's an issue to have like a bit of sex here, a bit of sex there, sleep around a bit. But, the neurochemicals are oxytocin and dopamine. People extrapolate the fuck out of what those mean though. Oh, dopamine. Yeah, sure. I'm sure they do. But I think that like it's a rejection of what, our bodies have got to a position to do to like reject or push down feelings of attachment that we get from having sex with people. Like there is something that happens that's greater than just a kiss or greater than some other more minor sex act. And I think the constant push towards the normalization of that is not, I don't like the way that's going. I think that people shouldn't be like harshly judged for engaging in promiscuous activity. But I just don't like this idea that it's pushed and encouraged, and if you have any problems or issue with it, you're seen as the bad person, and it's like, well, I don't think I am the bad person here. I think I'm pointing out what is a potential issue. And I don't like this idea that, well, as long as you use protection, obviously in this case, they're not even doing that really. They're not even using condoms. But this idea of, as long as you use protection, you can just be as promiscuous as you want and sleep around as much as you want. I don't agree with that. I don't think that you should do that. I think that whilst I don't think I want to judge you harshly for engaging in certain sexual behavior, I think moderating that behavior is important. The reason that they say everything in moderation is there's a truth to that. And I don't think it's a problem to have sex, but let's not go fucking crazy and act like, going around and constantly sleeping around endlessly with different people is like the optimum way to manage society and manage our lives. I just don't think it is, Anyway, that makes me some sort of prude conservative probably, but so be it.
I had to pretty much ban kissing for most men because you go from having, to like making love. There's a difference here. So I had to ban kissing on some guys because they got really a bit too close. They were meshing her a lot the next day.
A lot more intimate.
Yeah, and it got a bit like, hey, what are we doing here? This is meant to be a group activity where we're necking her. We're not trying to, I don't want you catching feelings. So I actually had to ban kissing for some guys. But then again, there are some guys where I let it fly. I'm like, yes, I want her to snog him. I want him to snog her. But I went through a period where I did have kissing banned. But recently, I'll be honest with you, I've kind of eased back on it. But I did for a long time, I had to ban kissing because it got really annoying when all these other...
That is such a weird concept, isn't it? Well, no kissing, but you can fully penetrate her with your penis. That's okay. But kissing, too intimate. Fuck her instead. I guess this probably is like what I was just talking about, right? Like, this is now being contextualized in this video as having full penetrative sex is less intimate than kissing someone. That's fucking crazy to me. That is fucking insane. Okay, well, anyway.
Men were meshing her and catching feelings.
Just quickly, do you want to dive into like your future plans based around the Cuck lifestyle that you currently live in? How are you going to progress it? What have you got lined up for the future?
So one of the biggest things is that I want us to have a home, a house, and in the future, obviously a family, but no time soon.
Well, I'm not changing anytime soon. This is going to continue on forever. Like I can never see me getting bored of this. This is going to continue on. If anything, it's getting even more often.
We want to travel a lot, and with the traveling, I'd love to do like OnlyFans shoots abroad. Like I've been seeing a lot of couples that do OnlyFans together that do go on holiday and make amazing videos on like mountains or on the beach, for example.
First of all, I want to get married to her badly.
But yeah, definitely a house.
I think it'd even make that more for me. Being married, it's more. But also, I want to get married to her because I want her for the rest of my life.
Definitely want to travel.
God.
Definitely want to rope Ali in more with OnlyFans. I know a lot of people want to see that.
Realistically,
The demand to see Gross Gore's cock is enormous. He wants to trap her. Honestly, I think this cuckold stuff is some effort to placate her. I don't know, man. It's all coming across a bit fucking weird to me. Oh, anyway, we're nearly done. We're nearly done with this video. It's everything I hoped it would be and more, honestly. Yeah, that's true. He literally thinks that being married is something that will make it kinkier. Oh man. Maybe the religious people are right. Oh, God. He's the white Bunty King. I don't know the Bunty King lore. Fuck, man. This is so fucked.
talking business and talking life, I want to start showing everyone that this isn't fake. This isn't just a joke. So we are getting into, me and my partner, I haven't done any work this year or even last year. I want to focus on putting our tapes on the internet.
So yeah, that's the future plans for now.
And I want to sell that to the whole internet because I like to please other people and I want to show everyone that this is real. I'm very confident. She's very confident. And we are going to have other men come onto these videos and join in and watch us tag them. 3-4 guys. We're going to show it's not fake. And I want to do that. And, why not? We're helping the...
I mean, like... What? It's just so absurd, isn't it? We're going to film videos of like... I mean, at this point, he still streams, I think. Like, you can just wipe off any sort of credibility you ever had, even though Gross Gore had very little, as it was, as like a content creator. If you're talking about, filming content of you fucking double teaming a woman like this, I don't know, man. Mental. Damn, Chud, you should hit him up. Seems like free sex. I mean, even if I don't think I'd probably be interested in that anyway, but like, nah, not for me. I'm a one woman kind of guy. I might date. The biggest I do is I might date a bit and stuff. There's been a couple of times in my life where I've slept around, but like, honestly, beyond just a sense of nostalgic, like, oh, fun to mess around a bit. There's nothing of like value or benefit that really came from sleeping around when I did. Genuinely, there's, you know, obviously when you're younger, you don't see it like that, and I don't expect younger guys to like, you know, hear that sort of message and be like, oh well, I'm not going to do it. It's something that you only learn for experience. But like, broadly speaking, there might be certain people that aren't like this, but most people are not going to really benefit from having a promiscuous lifestyle of sleeping around lots. It's very empty. Like, you don't really get anything from it beyond an immediate sense of fun and enjoyment and pleasure. And actually, it is true that finding someone that you really care about, building a connection and building something is generally going to be far superior to, you know, like constantly, endlessly sleeping around. You know, for guys, I can speak from a guy's perspective, right? Imagine being the 40-year-old guy in the club. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever been out clubbing or whatever, right? Been out on a night out. You're at the bar, you're at the club, something like that. There's always a fucking 40-year-old dude trying to look cool, standing by the bar, sometimes alone, sometimes with other 40-year-old guys, right? And they're there to try, and they're still single at 40, you know, and which is fine, you know, it is what it is, you're single at 40, but like, they're trying to find younger women to fuck. It's sad, it's tragic. Like, when you're younger and you see those people, you look at them with disdain, right? And I'm in a position where I could basically be the 40-year-old guy if I wanted to. What is it today? It's Sunday. I could feasibly go out tonight to a bar if I wanted, and I could hang around. Not that I would, just to be clear, but, you know, and I could be that guy, you know? But why would I do that? It's just so, like, empty and soulless. You know, your best bet is to find someone that you care about and try and build something with them. That's the way to move forward. I don't really support, like, you know, something like that. I don't know, man. I just think it's like the wrong way to do it for most people. For most people. You know, I'm in quite a fortunate position, even though it didn't work out with my ex for, like, you know, various reasons. Like, I get to see my kids whenever I want. I've got, like, well, sometimes I piss them off and they don't like me, but, like, generally speaking, there's, like, a good relationship there. You know, so, like, that's cool. I don't have to worry about, like, that part of it for my life, you know. And I can understand as a guy getting older, if you don't have kids, it probably is going to bother you if you want kids. But I just think that endlessly sleeping around as you reach your, like, late 40s without a rock there or something to, like, lean on, it just is a bad idea.
The world, we're helping everyone have a... Why not? It's a great living, and we're helping the world, you know. So that is our future, well, my future plan, and hopefully she feels the same way. So that's about it.
So as I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today and answer all our questions. Is there anything that I might have missed? Anything you want to mention? Anything that you would like to share with people that are watching from home?
Oh yes. Oh, we haven't actually done this yet, but whenever this video does drop, whenever you get around to it, at the same time you drop this video, I'm actually going to drop our first video on her OnlyFans.
Did Ali?
Like, when he says stuff like that, I'm like, am I getting bamboozled? Is this just like a big advert? Is he just doing a massive advert for this? Like, am I getting tricked here? But then, like, he says stuff that, like, I can't imagine he would say unless he's, like, genuine with it. Oh, man.
Ali mention what's happening as well after the video when this releases?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to get to my OnlyFans, obviously, follow me on Instagram, and then you'll see it. But that's pretty much what we're doing.
Around about 6 p.m. Actually, 6 p.m. on the dot on that day, we're going to be dropping me.
You're doing in promo. I may be doing in promo, but I'm getting my cut of my content out of it, so it's fine. But yeah, possibly I am. But at least I'm getting a little slice of the action too. Or they're not as big a slice as she's getting from guys' cocks. I don't know. Oh. Oh, God.
And her, our first ever sex tape. So if anybody wants to watch that, it's on there, 6 p.m. I really do hope that people don't make fun of my size, my penis, really, you know. But hopefully they don't. But you know, you're all right.
I'm good.
Good.
How was it?
Yeah, really fun actually. Mwah, love you.
Love you too.
That's it then. Right, sweet, boys.
Yeah, all done.
Perfect. Nice one. Lovely, mate. That was real fun actually.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what. Mate, do you want to pop upstairs?
Oh, Ali.
Did you want to? I'm joking. I'm winding you up.
I think I'll pass this time, but thanks, Alex.
No way. Oh my god.